Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's the Kitty G, and I'm back again with another day of Arsenal transfer news today. Yes, and I got two guys with me. I got my guys with me, but before we go any further, I need you guys to do me a favor. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and we're going to be talking about all the transfer stuff. If you're late to the video, all the news is in the description below. You can see the news, and you can wait as we go on, and you can read that as we go along, right? But first things first, I need you guys to do me a favor. Smash a like if you're new. Share the video with your friends and family. Let them know to get all their transfer news from here on EGTV. But yeah, you already know what it is. I got Saliba season with me, and I got Laurie. First of all, George, what are you saying? I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, bro, I'm doing good, man. Like it's looking forward really to the Euros, breaking up from the season, trying to process what happened the other couple of weekends ago. You know, I'm sure you had to follow up on a bet yourself, and like just trying to look at like where we're going moving forward, because I think that's like the question on everyone's lips. But yeah, I know, excited to get into this, man. Transfers give us hope, right?
100%. Transfers always give us a little bit of blind hope. And you know what? At Arsenal, why can't we have a little bit of optimism at times? Like we're always fighting amongst each other as fans. Why can't we just enjoy it for a couple minutes? Right? Then we got my guy Laurie. Laurie, what are you saying?
Yes, easy people. What's good, man? What's good?
Wallahi, bro, I'll tell you this. I feel like if you ask the people on Twitter, everything's just doom and gloom. We're not signing any players. Why? What's the point of trying?
Football Twitter, man. Like I posted earlier, football Twitter is just stupid, man. You can't believe everything you hear on there. Like you gotta take things with a pinch of salt, but at the same time, like, why can't we be optimistic? Well, every season we slam the window, but we don't know what's gonna happen. But at least have some optimism, because you know what, it's just going to be a case of, oh, we haven't signed anyone, and then August 31st comes through, and then we're crying about who comes in, or we're happy. Like, we just have to take it literally with a pinch of salt, see what happens.
Yeah. So where do we begin? Onana, Leno, does that sound about right? Because there is everybody's going crazy over the fact that Leno could be leaving the club, and his replacement seems to already have been picked out by Onana. But of course, Onana has a little problem of, might I say, not that so little problem of the 12-month ban from UEFA, which I find ridiculous, by the way, because if you guys remember, Sergio Ramos had a similar situation, and they just said the doctor made a mistake and they let it slide. But when it happens to Onana, man's getting a 12-month sentence. What is this? What is this?
You don't want to get political, right? But I mean, at the same time, you can't, no? Like, it's a little strange, but we move.
It's one or two things. Like, we know which one, we know, this is not me getting into speculation or anything, but it's literally one or two things. It's either a certain shade of color, or if it's not that, we know what Real Madrid's like in terms of not their financial power, but their power as a club. So that could be another factor.
And you got to wonder, mate, too. Look, Arsenal carries some power too in this sense. So, you know, when you're kind of linked with an asset like that, I'm really wondering if they don't have any info going in. I mean, it's really well publicized, right? Like Charles Watts did this a month ago. Why go in if you knew that this ban was going to be upheld, or if you didn't have inside info? It really seems odd to me to really do that and make that switch in the middle of a season without having some info. Like, it just doesn't make any logical sense to me, you know? Like, I would be looking at another keeper in that sense. He's got AFCON too. You know, people are like, it's...
No, they didn't qualify, apparently.
Oh, did they not? Okay, so...
Oh, no, they're hosting. I'm sorry, they're hosting.
Yeah, so for me, it doesn't make sense from just a logistic standpoint. If you're going to swap Leno, right, and get in a keeper that, you know, you're thinking is going to be out for about 6 months of the season, it's strange. But that's why I think there's something behind this appeal, you know, and I think it'll get reduced.
Let me just read what it says. So Many expect Leno to leave this window. Many expect that Arsenal's goalkeeper Leno will leave this summer from the Emirates, according to the Telegraph. The Telegraph has said that the future has been up and down the last 12 months. And in last June, when the club got rid of Emi Martinez, it satisfied Leno's urge of leaving, and he stayed for the calendar year. A year later, now he is more than ever unsure about his future, and this is what is leading to speculations of him possibly leaving the club. Now, hearing that, it just makes you think, why did we sell Martinez if we knew at the time he was speculating about his future? It makes no sense.
It doesn't.
You know what, mate? I don't know if I believe like whole in the story. So really what I think is Mikel preferred Martinez. I really think that's the case. And what happened was we were looking for a buyer for Leno and no one was biting. And then when you have two assets like that and we needed to push through a transfer, it doesn't make sense to bench one of your 20 million assets when you're skint for money. And we were at the time. If we go back towards it, we're looking at wanting to get Partey. Like there were a lot of moving parts of that summer. So I really think it was a case of, look, we've got a buyer and we're going to have to bite the bullet and sell, no matter if I prefer the other keeper.
Yeah. So, guys, you guys can see that's Leno right there. That's our number one keeper. And he has been the number one. He said he is the number one. He will be the number one, and he always was this number one. But, yeah, since then, he has had mixed bags of performances. He at times, he does genuinely is an amazing goalkeeper when we face a lot of shots. But when we don't face the plethora of shots and we have majority of the possession and we're on the front foot, you see that his distribution and his lack of ability on the ball can hinder us at times. And one thing about Onana, we don't have to worry about that lack of ability on the ball. So is this the main catalyst of why we're trying to get rid of him?
Mate, I'm ecstatic about this. I've been saying for a while, since I'd say December, January, that goalkeeper is a major issue in this team. I just had it lower on my priority list because we have such holes elsewhere. But look, Bernd has really hindered our progression. We saw it actually in Newcastle when Matty Ryan made an appearance, and we saw how efficient our attack came in a time when really we had an up and down season. And you saw the effect of what just a keeper does in giving quick distribution out to the wings, releasing the ball, the amount of times that, he's made maybe the wrong pass to the wrong person. It's been immense. And while he's just an elite shot stopper, what you have to look at is when you have in a system like what we have, who protects our defense the way we do, distribution becomes a real highlight of what we need in a keeper. And the likelihood of facing those shots, like you said, is much lower. So, and another thing, like Inaki Kana has really improved shot stopping in all our keepers pretty markedly, and positioning as well. So when you're looking at kind of what weakness do I need to survive going forward, progression has to be the one that you value.
And
Okay,
he's got
so
the age factor.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, he's also got the age factor on his side. We've got to remember, Onana's a bit younger, so if we do get him in, we are looking at the free transfer for Matt Ryan as well. So automatically we've upgraded on our keepers in terms of the quality we've got in the team at the moment. So that's another plus factor to it. You're getting one keeper for free. You're getting one keeper for below 10 million. So, and then if you can get at least 15 to 20 for Leno, it's a win-win situation in my eyes.
Okay, so for me, it's a thumbs up to let Leno leave. Thumbs up, in my opinion. Everyone in the chat, is it a thumbs up or a thumbs down for Leno? Yeah, you can see Laurie's even saying thumbs up. So is it a thumbs up, guys, or thumbs down? Do me a favor also, while you're deciding if it's thumbs up or thumbs down for Leno to leave, can you smash that like button and give us a thumbs up on this video while you're at it. So now we're gonna move on to Onana, right? The thing about Onana is we have a difficult situation with what's going on with his ban. We have to figure out what's going to happen with his ban. And I have read a lot of tweets about it today, and I've seen a lot of tweets about it, and it seems like they have made up their decision. They're going to make a decision on it. They haven't yet decided what they're going to do, but today's hearing went well, some people said, but the lawyers and the team of people over there at UEFA have spoken and said they're not going to have a decision ready right away. It could take a little bit of time, but I'm just going to ask you guys, Onana, what do you guys think? Is he a thumbs up or thumbs down?
Oh,
Because I think
he's a
no
he's a
brainer.
clear thumbs up, mate. I think even when I was last, on here, I talked about progression, and when you look at a profile, I mentioned Onana and David Raya as two top distributors in the game. Now, what I like about Onana is he's 6'3". If you look back, Chelsea were actually looking at him in regards to both either him or Mendy, and he was quoted at 35 million pounds. This isn't a scrub. This was a graduate of La Masia, so he's ambidextrous with both feet. He's phenomenal. He's got good command of his box, but he does have flappy hands. I do struggle a little bit with his shot stopping, and claiming crosses is a little bit iffy. But look, we've got a 25-year-old now, but really hasn't played for a year, 24-year-old keeper who is probably the best on the market with the ball at his feet. And so when you're looking at a build-up sense, this is a clear win. In fact, it's not even just a win, it's an upgrade in every sense of the word. So, yeah, I'm totally on board with this, and Onana's a big plus for me.
Where I can
Okay.
back that
Now,
up
people, do me a favor. Keep smashing a like. But just before you go, Laurie, I'm just going to show what Fabrizio Romano tweeted. Official statement from Ajax to what?
Explicate.
Onana's suspension situation. Arsenal are interested in signing him on a permanent deal. Talks ongoing since January, but CAS final sentence has his ban will be key to proceeds. I don't think the ban will change immediately, but they might reduce it. Definitely, they might reduce it, and if they do reduce it to a large amount, they're going to have to reimburse him for his losses in game time. So I don't think they're going to do it. If they're going to do anything, they're just going to say, you know what, you're free to go from now on. That's the most that's going to happen if his ban does get reduced. But if it doesn't, he'll have to continue his ban until February 4th of next year, and I don't realistic.
I don't know, mate, if you saw just like some of the reports, though, are if it does get reduced, the idea is that it gets reduced till October and that he can train until August. That's been the scenario if it gets reduced. And then if it doesn't, yeah, we got to wait till February. But you know what? That's also a steal at that point, too. It's like a €2 million expense. So I really don't see it as an issue. The only thing is we would maybe need a keeper to get started in that case if it got upheld. But look, Onana, I'm just going to be clear, as a distribution level, he is the best on the market. He's not the best keeper on the market, but in a distribution sense, he is. And in that profile, it's top.
Yeah, he's one of the best in the world. What are you saying, CK?
I'm good. Oh, you?
Thumbs up or thumbs down for Onana?
Oh, it's a thumbs up from me. As George just said, the distribution is the best in the market. He's elite with both feet. He'd decrease our goals, increase our goals scored. He's good actually coming out and claiming crosses, but when he comes off his line as a sweeper, sometimes he gets caught out. He can get caught in no man's land at times. So he's definitely not perfect. If people are looking for the perfect keeper, I don't think he's it.
And you're not getting the thing is, just to point on what you're saying there, CK, you're not getting a perfect keeper in this transfer market either.
Yeah, you want. Yeah, definitely.
It's impossible. If you used to get a perfect keeper, then you're going to be looking at the kind of prices that Liverpool paid for Alisson. Really and truly.
Yeah. But he definitely improved us straight away.
Of course. And the thing is, we've been looking for a keeper as well. I know you keep saying about his distribution, but we're looking for a keeper that can actually pass the ball. As you said, the ability he's got on both feet. We know that he'll just be quick and precise with his passes, and he won't be indecisive. And that's something that we need.
Okay, so Arsenal are ready and approaching to signing of Ajax goalkeeper Andre Onana. The Dutch outlet NOS claims the Arsenal have already planned and offered, and the offer is available at a cut price and is expected to be completed before the end of the window. So they're saying this deal is pretty much dead and ready. Everything is pretty much set. All that needs to happen is if his ban is uplifted, then he's going to be an Arsenal player. If his ban is not uplifted, I don't think it's going to happen. In my opinion, it makes no sense for it to happen if his ban still continues, because we need a goalkeeper in the short term and for the long term. And we're not gonna play Matt Ryan with no Leno. I don't think that's gonna happen, guys. Right?
I was gonna say about that. The one thing where you can play devil's advocate is, yes, you'd be willing to wait for him, as you said, until January or February, but it's whether or not we're prepared to take that risk.
No, if he's worth it. 2 million, as they said, if he's worth 2 million to come in February, I think they will 100% do it. Even if Ryan has to play for a couple months, 2 million for a keeper of his caliber is nothing.
And you got to think Ryan's not going to be playing 2 games a week because of the no Europe factor. So it won't be as daunting in that sense to wait.
You know what I see logically, that Leno stays here till January in that sense, right? And then we sell him in Jan. That's what I see as logical, where we buy him, no questions asked, but then we'll keep Leno. We won't sell him, but we'll sell him in January just to have 2 keepers, right?
Guys, am I missing something? Doesn't Matt Ryan just make perfect sense? He's already knows the system. He's going to be a second goalkeeper. He's experienced. He's been in the Premier League, and he's a free transfer. Why are people expecting our second goalkeeper to be like what Barcelona and Manchester United have with Dean Henderson and De Gea?
Well, if they were that, I'm not popping shots, but if Man United were had that much belief in Henderson, they wouldn't have just re-signed Sam Johnston as well from West Brom.
They signed Tom Heaton, didn't they too, mate?
Yeah, Tom Heaton.
That's what I mean. Sorry, Tom Heaton. And haven't they shown Johnston as well? Or was it Heaton?
Yep. Because Romeo is leaving. Romeo.
Yeah, so they wouldn't be looking to change their keeper situation too if they weren't thinking of getting rid of De Gea. So.
Mate, on form, Matt Ryan is one of the best backups in the league. Like, this isn't even like a debate, to be honest with me. Like, look at his form over the last season that he's displayed. He was immaculate when he played. I really don't think there's an issue. Like you said, he speaks multiple languages. He knows the system. He knows the league. And in his first 2 seasons, Matt Ryan was immense. So it's not like he's a bad keeper. I don't know where this notion gets. And you know what? I knew that he would surprise a lot of people, because when you recruit to a profile, it fits.
Yeah, and guys, come on, guys. We have almost 60 people in the chat and not even 30 likes. Come on, you guys are
doing, man.
You made a disservice.
Stop.
I think we're gonna get Ryan.
I hear that. I think Matt Ryan's already done, because the way he was tweeting Saka after he was leaving, it wasn't "I'm leaving." It's like, "I'll see you soon." When someone says, "I'll see you soon,"
just bring Basuma with
you.
You
were saying he loves it here.
Yeah.
Make sure Basuma.
Mark Irwin's pretty decent too, lads? Like the link about that he's probably going to be signed for free. Mark Irwin's a pretty decent source. I know it's the Sun, but Mark Irwin specifically, he's a good journalist. He's pretty reliable, so I believe that.
Laurie, what were you going to say?
No, I was saying make sure he puts Basuma in that taxi with him.
Oh, facts. Basuma's coming with them. Yo, I love how Twitter just loses their mind every time Basuma does an Instagram video now. It's so funny. It's like, you guys need to chill. The speculation is actually hilarious. I seen somebody take a picture of Basuma, put an Arsenal badge in the background, and say he's coming.
Oh, yeah, I saw it.
Did you see the trainer one? Because he was wearing yellow trainers, that meant he was coming to Arsenal.
Like, yeah. People losing their mind, man.
Our fan base is elite. Come on, man. Like, we analyze cloud formations and taxi pictures. Like, I'll never forget that, man. With Gabriel signing, it's elite. There's not a fan base in the world that can do that.
Oh man. The next conversation is Martin Odegaard. This is another topic where it's going to be thumbs up, thumbs down. But before you guys speak, just let me lay the ground of what we're going to be talking about. So Martin Odegaard now has found out that his new manager will be his old manager, Ancelotti. And the fact that Ancelotti is now the manager after Zidane left, we thought the next manager was going to keep Martin Odegaard. But of course, Martin Odegaard had already been a Real Madrid player under the stewardship of Ancelotti, did not get much game time at all. And I've even heard quotes of Ancelotti saying this was not a Real Madrid signing. This was a signing, just making fun of the signing when he was 16 years old when he signed for Real Madrid, or 15 at the time when he signed for Real Madrid. And the game that he played under Ancelotti, his first game, apparently was to appease the fans and to break a record, to be the youngest Real Madrid player, this is that, because apparently it increases his transfer value with that situation. So now that things have changed, it looks like Real Madrid might be ready to offload him, but they're asking for the ridiculous price of 51 million. And in my opinion, if Arsenal do even go close to that, they're absolutely silly. What are you guys saying? Thumbs down for me.
Regardless of the price, for me, we shouldn't sign him. I don't think we should sign him because we've seen he was on and off. He hinders Saka And even if 50 mil, you can get much better for much cheaper than that. So for me, it's definitely a thumbs down.
Okay, the only reason I'm in the middle right now is because I take him on loan. I would not pay a penny for him. And, you know, there has been links about that happening, right? And I think we need another option in the middle, but I want somebody different. So if he's coming on loan, that's really no problem financially. But if you're telling me, George, it's a permanent signing, then no, heck no. It's not the case for us. You know, he hasn't adapted to the league. I said this on Twitter. I don't think he ever will. You know, he just doesn't have that athletic ability, you know, and so we saw it. And but he is a good player, right? And we need an option other than ESR. So if it's on loan, thumbs up. If it's not and it's a permanent, thumbs down.
Okay, let's see what people are saying. Don't want him. Take him on loan. No with Odegaard. We need better players. Pray hands. Bloody Villa, somebody said. Yeah, you're late to the party. We haven't even spoken about that yet. That's ridiculous, by the way. That's not happening. Dead player. That's harsh.
No, he's not dead.
Take him on loan. Won't sign him. Too similar to Ozil. Wow. Big up.
No, he's not Ozil.
Coutinho. What?
I don't know about that.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm tired of doing business with Madrid, man. I'm tired of doing business with Madrid. They're players that can't get into the fringes of their first team, and then they keep shipping them to us. Who's next? That Japanese sensation guy. He'll be the next one.
Yeah. Listen. Don't make fun of my guy. That guy's sick.
I'm not taking a piss. I'm just saying they keep giving us players that are never gonna break into the first team.
Yo, listen, that guy, if he went to Palace, he would replace Zaha in 2 seconds. But at Arsenal, you know what's gonna happen. One bad game, we're gonna bin him off. The fan base is brutal, bro.
Pull that Scottish lad 2004 guy.
What?
Yo, Shirky's cold. Whoever Scottish lad, I agree. If you follow me on Twitter, Ryan Shirky and as well Kareem Adeyemi are my young talents that I've done for over a year and a half now. He's cold, but he's too good right now. I think he'll be very good.
If you guys need a Canadian scout, get my guy here. You don't need nobody else.
Guys like Shirky, I don't think he'd come to play second fiddle to Smith Rowe.
Yo, over 100 people in the chat. Do me a favor, guys. We need to get at least we can't get over 50 likes, but we have 100 people in the chat. Come on, guys. Come on. This is ridiculous. But yo, just before I go any further, I need to know thumbs up or thumbs down. Odegaard to come to Arsenal.
Thumbs down on a perm. Thumbs up on a loan, though.
Okay. People in the chat, let me know thumbs up or thumbs down. People on Facebook, I will be ending the stream on Facebook. You can watch the rest of the stream on YouTube. Just click the link at the top of the description, okay? Thank you. Now, let's continue, guys. First things first. We don't want Martin Odegaard. I hear that. But there's some other players that we're being linked to also. It's ridiculous. Don't laugh. But apparently, Chelsea's Cesar Azpilicueta is still being linked to Arsenal. I know, it's ridiculous. It makes no sense.
Lazy journalism.
It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Apparently, Arteta wants leadership. Arteta wants someone senior in the dressing room who can come in and change stuff. Look at the thumbs down. Look at the thumbs down. They don't want Odegaard. They definitely don't want Cesar Azpilicueta at that point. So they're saying Champions League winner Cesar Azpilicueta could come to Arsenal. Do you guys want him?
Heck no.
No, thank
definitely
you.
Do you see what he could offer us as a leader?
Yeah, but that's not enough.
He's a winner, but we have 4 right backs. So why?
If that was the case, mate, why didn't we sign Luiz back? We're clearly moving towards a different kind of reign and era, right? Like we had that ex-Chelsea reject who had leadership and did it all at the back, right? And we said no, we'll let you go. So I don't think I really agree. And you know what, mate? I always say profiles over experience, right? I really think if you're getting the right player in there, we don't need this supposed leadership. Our youth have carried us, not our experience.
Okay, so I'm just going to show you guys who we're talking about. If you guys don't know who we're talking about this man. The Chelsea players.
That's a good picture, though.
It's a good picture, but it's a shit. Oh man, shit team.
Definitely a shit team.
I can't forgive him. You remember when he scored? I think it was last season, and he's sticking his tongue out like an idiot.
Wasn't it 2-2?
Yeah.
and then Bellerin scores in the 87th minute.
Love it.
And do you remember Ian Wright was sticking his tongue out in the post-match commentary?
Love that.
Yeah.
Nah, he ain't
Yo, what were
coming.
you saying? What were you saying, Laurie?
No, I was gonna say, like, when they say getting in experienced players, proven players, if we're gonna get experience, I would rather experience players like either in their mid
Both
to
time?
early 20s.
Boateng.
No, I'm saying mid to early. No, mid to late 20s. Like, we don't need
like
experience.
27, 28.
Yeah, we don't want experience 30 plus, man, because you're getting 1 or 2 seasons out of them, and you're paying stupid money in wages for them as well.
So like a
that's why
Vestergaard
when
or
they
like
got-
a Webster or something like that.
Yeah, Webster.
Okay,
Down.
so the article wasn't actually about Cesar Azpilicueta. I just brought back an old article. The article was actually about another Chelsea reject that we signed, William Gallas, saying Arsenal made a mistake appointing Mikel Arteta as manager. What do you guys think about that?
The worst number 10 in our history. Don't want to listen to anything that guy's got to say.
What do you think about his? But respect his opinion. His opinion is that Arsenal made a mistake in signing Mikel Arteta. Now, let me give you exactly what he said. His words were, the former man, this also, once again, this is from The Sun. So, former defender William Gallas said the Gunners board have made a mistake appointing Mikel Arteta. He believes that Arteta could be a great manager in the future, but the Gunners made the wrong decisions in appointing him. And he just thinks he's not ready for this big step as a manager. So what do you guys think about William Gallas's take on Mikel Arteta? People in the chat.
Look, mate, I think he's kind of really off with this, but look, I understand the questions. You can't not look at the season that we've had, right, and not question the idea of whether or not Mikel is the right man for the job. I'm really quite a staunch supporter of the lad, and I look at what's happened since Christmas and Boxing Day, and just all the pure statistics have told us we've had a huge improvement ever since the profiles that we've had come in, and in those first 4 months, we simply didn't have it. I think people, when they argue this point, we never had Partey consistent for more than 3 games. We never had a number 10 in that period because Emile was injured. People forget that. He wasn't available and we didn't pick him. He was injured. I just think he's off. But look, you can't not question, because the way that we exited the Europa League is not right. And that was on him, by the way. So,
sorry.
Yeah, no, it's simple, mate. Like, you know what? You can't question the doubts about him. But I see enough pros right now that I want to see what he does with his players, and moving forward, I think it's great. But the way he's talking is kind of mad, really, to be honest with you. But
yeah, all right, guys. I don't think there's anything else that you could add to what George said. George was spot on with everything he just said.
Yeah,
now
he's still upset from Birmingham. He's still upset from that. Birmingham.
Yeah, I said it on a stream the other day. I don't want any more Chelsea players because when they come to Arsenal, their levels and passion for the game is not as high. It's almost like when they come to Arsenal, they drop off a level mentally, and they're just not there for it. And I think it's because they've competed against us and they see us as like lesser. So that's why, in my opinion, they troll us. They generally troll us. But yeah, I'm gonna tell you guys the next story, and you might not be happy. So former Tottenham manager Jose Mourinho is targeting a new right back, and he's trying to get one of Arsenal's targets. He's trying to get Max Aarons. Jose Mourinho and Roma have joined the race for Max Aarons, and supposedly Max Aarons could join the Italian side for 30 million. That's what they want. And also Everton have joined the race. So have Tottenham. So Tottenham, Roma, Arsenal, and Everton are the 4 teams competing for Max Aarons at the moment.
I hope Spurs get him.
Why?
He's really bad, mate. I do not like Max Aarons at all. I think what people don't understand is when you look at him, his defensive awareness and blind runs is horrid. You're getting another Hector Bellerin literally in profile, the exact same way. And when you compare him, 100%. And if you look back at his Prem season, he really performed quite poorly. It was Lewis. Jamal Lewis was actually the much better fullback when he was in with Norwich. And I think with him, you're also getting an inverted right back. You're not getting an outlet. So if you're sick and tired of seeing Nicolas Pepe touchline wide, you're not getting a Max Aarons to help him. I think he's really quite average. I'm really happy that others are interested in him. And I think there's others available, namely Ridle Baku, who I remember telling you on your link, Gal, way back when I was first here. He's the one that we really should be going for.
Wow.
So, yeah.
You know the crazy thing is, the moment you said he was average, 2 people unliked the video. Guys, let's get those likes back up. What's going on? We're not even at 50 likes. Okay, enough about the likes. Now let's get back to Azan's in the chat too. Azan, big up to you, bro, for coming on. But I can't add you yet for some reason. It's taking your connection is taking forever. Laurie, do you echo their thoughts on Max Aarons? Because I definitely don't. I thought Max Aarons was quality. I thought Max Aarons was a cheaper option of Hakimi. I'm not saying he's as good as Hakimi, but I would have rather paid the 30 million for Max Aarons than pay the 50 million for Hakimi.
Seriously.
Yeah, that was my thoughts. I thought Max Aarons has the quality to play for England one day as a starting right back.
But mate, what about Ridle Baku? That's like a young German international that's got explosive pace. He's been killing it in the Bundesliga. He has the most recorded sprints in the Bundesliga. He's far faster and more technically there. He's got more output than Max Aarons too in goals and assists.
Listen, we're going to talk about other guys. I like the Turkish brother. We're going to talk about him in a second.
Will never play for
We're
England.
going to talk about him in a second. But before we go any further, guys, smash that like button. Tell me what you guys think about Max Aarons. Do you agree with the boys? Because I'm shocked. This is the first time where someone came on the stream and said, you know what, Max Aarons is not that good. Most of the time I hear people saying Lamptey's not so good. I'd rather take Aarons. I would rather take this guy. I'd rather take this guy. But I've never heard anybody actually just come on the stream and be like, you know what? I don't like him. I don't like his profile. He's just another Bellerin. I've never heard those before. This is the first time I've
better
heard
than Aarons, though.
What?
I think Lamptey is better than Aarons. If we were to say one of them two, you think Aarons is better than Lamptey?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I seen him at Norwich, and I thought his impact in the game was quite good in comparison.
We'll look at his output, mate.
He's faster, better defender, better passer. I think Lamptey is definitely better than him.
Look, I think Ridle Baku is better than all of the stuff that we've said. And if you look at our goals and assists between the two, look, Baku can play inverted. He can play on the wing. He's also got more goals and assists. He's much faster than Aarons, and he's got more sprints. He also used to play right center midfield for Mainz right before he played at right back with Wolfsburg. So if you're talking about a guy that's versatile, and you're talking about and you're talking about a guy who can come in and do it from the get-go, a German international, 100%. I'm picking Baku over Aarons or any of them.
Ooh. Yo, Azan, I want to hear Azan. Azan.
Yo, my brother. Yeah.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Okay, so guys, first of all, let me go in order. George, thumbs up or thumbs down on Max Aarons?
Thumbs down, all the time.
All right, CK, thumbs up or thumbs down?
Thumbs down.
All right, Laurie. Wow. All right, Azan.
That price. If the price was lower, then maybe I'd consider it. But 30 million.
Azan, thumbs up or thumbs down on Max Aarons?
Not for a non-England international.
To fit our English quota, I would say it's a thumbs up. But personally, I have a first choice over Aarons or Lamptey. That's Hakimi, but that's a dream signing there. If that doesn't happen, look, there's plenty of other options available. The guys on the panel probably have a more better idea than I do. I just know only a few names. I mean, look, domestically, Aarons and Lamptey for English quota makes sense. If we do get rid of some of the English lads within our squad. If we don't and we decide to keep them for next season, then we can just explore the continent. So, Hakimi, the guy at, what's his name? Is it Mikel?
We're going to talk about Hakimi and them right now. Don't worry.
Okay, cool. But we can explore the continent. So, there's plenty of...
Hakimi, is he happening or is done? Because I heard 69 million today. I was like, whoa.
Euros or pounds?
Right. Sorry. I heard 69 million today. I was like, what the hell's going on? I was so shocked.
Pounds.
Pounds.
No, you know what, mate? For Hakimi, look, everybody knows on Twitter since November, I've been saying he's my dream signing from that profile. But look, when you look at a price like that and what we have to do, it's not something I would do. And like I said, I really don't think Ridle Baku is that far off in a quality sense. If you look at his numbers, mate, he is butter. He's got the output similar to Hakimi. Yeah, and you know what? For 30
Put his
million,
name.
pounds-
Put his name in the private chat. I'm gonna look up this guy. I don't know him too well.
Ridle
I
back
told
from
him
Wolfsburg.
about you on the stream last time
Yeah,
with
his
Tesh.
first time.
Yeah, but I didn't know who you were talking about. I'm not gonna lie.
Right back, right wing, centre mid.
Yeah.
Yo, so there,
Who's
69 million.
Who's this
69
guy? Sorry, you're
million.
talking about?
Ridle
Ridle
Baku,
Baku.
mate.
We're gonna, you know what? We'll move on to Ridle Baku next because
Ridle Baku.
I don't know. I've never done a video on him since
Never heard of him.
since George last came on. We haven't mentioned him on the channel. But first things first, 69 million it's impossible, right?
Look, it's not impossible because
worth
we've had a record signing that has been 72, but I don't think it's smart business. So I don't think in terms of what we need to do this summer that it's smart to spend that kind of money on him. But no, it's not impossible, right? Like we have Nicolas Pepe, who we signed for 72 million. It's in our scope, but do we do it or should we do it? Heck no. I really don't think
For a
that's
right back, not for
He's
a right
worth
back.
it, but I think you can bring the price down a lot, especially in the situation Inter's in with them showing that they're desperate, putting Hakimi, Lukaku, and Barella on the market already. They've shown that they need the money, so this price can definitely be brought down. But if someone said to me tomorrow, pay 69 million for Hakimi and then maybe miss out on other targets, I don't think I
60
do.
million, according to Romano, going to PSG is not done. I'll tell you that. Baku, wing back. What?
no.
He's an Arsenal fan too.
He is. I
Yeah,
actually
he is.
I shared the photo with that to other people too. He was at the Emirates.
Naru Marasunu, the Ajax right back. I don't know if I
Technically,
pictured
Mazraoui is good.
Mazarawi. That's how you say his name. What the hell did I say? Maravzovos.
What's this Baku's first name? Sorry.
Ridle. Ridle.
Yeah.
Okay, is this
Ridle.
Baku?
Yeah, and Baku is Baku.
No, Ridle.
Yeah.
Ridle.
Okay. Ridle Baku plays for Mainz in Germany.
Wolfsburg, mate.
Wolfsburg. No, he
Yeah.
plays for Wolfsburg. Yeah, he was at Wolfsburg last
Mine
season.
was the season before, mate. That's when he was
Yeah.
a right center mid, and then this season he's been a right back.
Okay, so
That's in the mid.
So he's at Wolfsburg now.
Yeah.
Valuation 20 million.
Mate, he's prime. If you're looking at 30 million for Max Aarons or 30 million for Ridle Baku, Baku is clear every day of the week, and he offers much more overlapping.
Inverted and overlapping. If you've watched him a lot this season, sometimes he played right mid because they have another right back and Babu, who's also decent, but he's played right mid as well.
Oh, they have a scouting report on him. Let's look at this scouting report. This is the kind of shit I love to see. All right, let's find out who this Ridle Baku guy is. Guys, learn with me. Okay, so you're teaching me who this guy is. This is Ridle Baku scouting report from November 2020. All right, so he's not that tall.
He's
not.
He's the same height as
No,
Trent.
he's not that tall. 176 centimeters. That's not tall at all. He's
Second best defense in the league, right? He's really excellent in duels.
Yo, man is a flying winger.
Mate, he has the most sprints in the Bundesliga. That's important. That's a fact that we know for sure. He has recorded the most sprints in the Bundesliga.
Sorry to cut you. Is this heat map just on the back of one game, or is this average
whole
whole
season.
season?
Average
This is
his whole season, mate.
Wow.
This is whole season. Tactical showing Baku's heat map.
This is a Kieran Tierney replica, my guys. I'm telling
On
you.
the right hand. So this guy would get the better of
Pepe,
on that right.
anybody
they'll be
that
able
you
to
want.
build a solid partnership and relationship on that right, yeah?
100%,
Yeah, but the
mate.
difference between him and Hakimi is he's more of a dribbler. Like if you watch him, he dribbles a lot. He gets out of tight spaces, but Hakimi is a better passer than him.
And he's very ambidextrous,
guys,
lads.
should I
So he
continue?
scored a couple goals with his left foot, all right? And he was also a
Okay.
midfielder, right? This is
Right.
what I'm saying. So he was a
There's a good
midfielder.
link up with Lacroix, the centre back, who's also a big
Yo,
talent.
just before we go any further, I need you guys to do me a favor, guys. Smash that like button, people. We're not even past 70 likes yet. What is going on? But okay, so I'm gonna go down a little bit more, see what he's doing. So they're showing his defensive awareness and how he's able to stop the attacks. Right? They're showing his defensive awareness in that situation. What are they showing? They're showing his progressive passing from the right back position. This is the whole season. The green arrows are the passes that have worked, I'm assuming. No, what am I saying? Okay, so progressive runs. Oh, I'm sorry. The green arrows are progressive runs. The
green
other
or white
arrows are
arrows?
progressive passes.
So the black arrows are his progressive running, and the white arrows are his passing.
A lot of those crosses go into what's his name, Weghorst.
Weghorst,
Okay.
exactly.
So this is showing his link-up play.
Mate, he's immense.
The ability to cut inside.
Yeah,
this
he's
is his
ambidextrous.
crossing.
He can go in and out. He is perfect for what we need.
And he bodied
this is showing his quick ability to cross the ball in. Okay, now his tactical pressing is showing how he's able to press.
And like I said, mate, he has the most recorded sprints in the Bundesliga, a league known for counter pressing and transitions.
Look at that.
He leads it.
And highlights. He's got good recovery pace, not Hakimi.
Oh shit! Look at that. So the player headed the ball down into the space of the attacker, but he beat the attacker to the ball.
Yep.
One thing I want to ask you to CK and George.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know they're not the same. They're not in the same league, like in terms of the clubs they play for. But where would you say that he sits in comparison to Alphonso Davies?
Yeah. Let's hear the conclusion. Let's hear the conclusion. 1 second. So this is the conclusion that they have on what they thought about the player. I'll read it out I'll get it read out for you guys.
Ridle Baku is a rising star in Bundesliga. He made the first step and became a regular starter also after his trade to Wolfsburg. The 22 years old convinces with pace, agility, ball control and variability. He understands how to play as a midfielder and as a fullback. This is the kind of players Jogi Löw highly rates. Baku acts as a physical player who can play a solid counter-pressing. Moreover, he can structure an attack for his team. This scout report shows you that he has to assess situations better. Not every can is a must. Lastly, he is a good dribbler. So, Baku can be more presentive in the opponent penalty area like Philip Max or Achraf Hakimi.
Wow.
And again, mate, this was from November 2020. So if you're looking, just to answer your question, mate, about Davies, look, Davies has this elite explosivity. Baku isn't as elite in an explosive sense, but if you look at his numbers, also Davies has had a poor season, so it might skew it if you look at it because Baku actually had better numbers. But I think he doesn't have necessarily the same world-class potential as I rate Davies, because I think Davies could be the best left back in the world for many years. But he's not far. He has a huge world-class potential for sure. He's like Bukayo Saka, mate. Literally copy and pasted, but on the right. This lad can fill in different areas, and he's got that presence.
And he loves a cutback, which is perfect for Mikel, and he arrives late on the edge of the box. And weirdly, the same as they like to shoot more with their left foot. Weirdly,
Sorry to cut you, CK. So what are you saying? He loves to attack that wing and that byline.
Yes.
And he's happy to go inverted if he wants to, mate. He scored a lot of goals with his left foot coming inside. So look, he's everything. But Davies is a very tough comparison because, mate, I rate Davies as immensely.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to compare them at all. I'm just saying, like, not putting him in that profile, but from what I'm hearing, like,
do you know what it is for me? For me,
No.
I just want Pepe to have a consistent
overlapper
with a right back who knows how to overlap, who has that speed, who can draw away defenders away from Pepe, or just a right back in general who can cross high or low, can attack that byline and cut it back. Because we've ultimately missed a right back like this for a long while. So your suggestion, I'll be honest with you, I've never heard of this lad, but his numbers are very good. I've just seen his goal contributions as well. I don't know if they've been from this right midfield or like has he played right back consistently this past season?
No, he's played up in terms of right mid too as well. Yeah, they haven't pushed up because he's so good.
But let me ask you guys this: how does he stack up in comparison to Celik?
Okay, perfect. Glad you asked that. He's much better than Celik.
It's Celik.
Yes. So look, Celik is not a bad player. I look at him like a Monreal. He's a 7 out of 10, super reliable player. But Baku is far quicker. He's far more explosive than Celik. and he will give you more in an offensive sense than Celik will. Celik is just a reliable option, really sturdy, and he has a relationship with Pepe, right? But if you're looking at somebody who will sprint more, Baku will sprint far more than Celik.
What, in terms of like defensive wise?
And attack, mate. Like he's up and down the pitch far more.
All right.
And Baku's arguably probably is the most complete right back we could buy in terms of wanting to switch to 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1, regardless of game state, because he used to be a centre mid, and this season he's played right mid. So,
but one concern can I raise? He's got what, like 4 years remaining on his contract. Is that true?
Probably.
So, like in terms of price, what sort of price tag do you reckon he's valued at?
I would say 30 million. Yeah, roughly the same as Max Aarons.
Right. Okay. Right. So if 30 mil was the dead cert value, you George and CK, you're saying you would go with this Baku
every day of the week, mate.
If Hakimi is that 70 mil price and Baku is in half, yes. If Hakimi is 40, 50, then maybe.
Well, I mean, it seems like smart business then, man. And, you know, like this is what we failed to do over the last few years. Smart business.
Smart business.
Honestly, this suggestion is a very good one, and I'll be open to it 100%.
All right, yo, people in the chat, let me know. Celik or Celik, how you say his name?
Celik.
Mehmet Zeki Celik.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. You heard
okay. So first things first.
Watch out for him at the Euros, though.
That's
okay.
What
So I need to know, guys, thumbs up or thumbs down for this guy, right? And then also let me know, Ridle Baku, thumbs up or thumbs down. Why did his last name have to be Baku, man? It just reminds me of Chelsea beating us. But yeah, enough about that. I think this guy's quality. Just want to let you guys know what the report says. The report says Manchester United and Arsenal in the race for the Lille right back. For the Lille right back. And you know what? He has played with both Gabriel and Pepe before. So this is another one of those Lille guys that we're trying to bring over. By the end of this season, we could have 4 former Lille players. Could be a
sorry to cut you, Igal. I like CK's and George's suggestion with that Ridle Baku young lad, right? But for someone like Arsenal, we should be having someone like Celik and Baku fighting for that right spot. That's the level we as a club should be. You know, where I've previously said numerous times.
Man said, your Turkish name, Razan.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm Turkish, innit? So obviously I have to pronounce it properly. But no, but like, you know, where I've mentioned, like, we need 2 quality players in every single position. So the suggestion where CK and George have made with
Guys,
Baku.
is this comment even relevant?
That little team is going to be
Gabriel.
His team the same.
Bro, the moment someone mentions downgrade, obviously this person must be a rival or someone, because I don't understand why someone within our fan base has this type of mentality where it's like, why would this person downgrade? Why would this person downgrade? Like, why would you say something like that if you're an Arsenal fan? They're clearly not an Arsenal fan.
Unfortunately, I think that Lille team is going to do the exact same thing that Monaco team did in 17-18 that had everybody, and they're going to get ripped apart.
Fire.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're in trouble, right? But on Celik, look, he is a good option. I just think when you're in the EPL, right, lads, you need to be athletically competent. You need to be a demon. You know what I mean? And that's the biggest thing that I worry about with Celik. He's an elite form of Chambers. So how you see Chambers play at right back, Celik will play it the same way. That's the player that you're getting. So if you want somebody that's a lot faster, that's a lot more up and down, then Baku is your man. But Celik is exactly like Chambers with just a little bit more refinement in every single way, but he plays it just like Chambers.
Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to ask you guys is going to be a hot take for some people, but I think it's absolutely spot on. So this for me is a thumbs down, and let me explain why. The reason why he's a thumbs down is because I don't think we need a striker. I don't think we need a center back for £60 million. Another center back. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not spending that type of money, that type of outlet on Edmund Tapsoba. I don't know how good he is. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I don't know how good he is, but we have another center back in Saliba coming back from loan. We have Mavropanos. We have Rob Holding. We have Pablo Mari. We have Gabriel. I think we're okay in that center back position. We have too many options already to be spending this type of money on a team when we have so many holes in our squad. I generally think it's a thumbs down. And everyone should agree with me, in my opinion, because we should not be spending 60 million euros, or I mean 60 million pounds, 70 million euros on a center back from the Bundesliga when we already have a center back on loan from the Bundesliga and he's free, that we can bring in, can play with his right foot also. So let's stop this whole thing. And we need experience. We don't need another Tapsoba. If we're going to spend money, maybe spend 7 million on an experienced center back to come into the team.
I agree.
No. Right back is a problem. Midfield is a problem. Even a little bit of the attack might be an issue if we sell Lacazette. So let's look at the major issues. Stop getting distracted with the shiny new toys. That's my speech.
I just want to say really quickly, because I think this is a dumb story. Saliba does much better on all progression stats and aerially. Tapsoba is really poor aerially. And if you look at it and you actually watch him, like, this is just a stupid deal all around. It really is. He's 21 years old. We have our stud at right center back. Why do we need to go get this player for 60 million?
Just to tell you, Gunnar Express was speaking about this the other day. He said because his partner is so bad aerially, he actually has to. He loses most duels because his partner is also weak.
No, I don't think that makes sense really logically, but also if you look back at Olympiacos, Martinelli was beating him for headers on the regular. Just have a really look back at that game, because remember, Tapsoba played for Olympiacos before he moved. Or Vitoria, sorry. And if you have a look at that, Martinelli outbid him in the air. So no, I don't really agree with that. And if your partner is poor too, that doesn't mean that your individual battles, right, should be lost. So I look at it like Holding and Gabriel, right? I don't blame Gabriel's heading ability if Holding's crap, right? I look at it individually.
Guys, everyone on the panel, sorry, Igor, can I just ask one question? Like this is open to everyone
people
on the
in the
panel.
comments.
Yeah, this is open to everyone on the panel and in the comments. If I was to say I'm the owner of Arsenal, right, and I'm guaranteeing one thing: if all of you are the manager of the team, right, I'm guaranteeing you that I'm going to get you 2 players for midfield, a right back, an attacking midfield. So 3 midfielders, a right back, plug in the goalkeeper, the left back for squad depth, and not get you a central defender. Would you accept that?
Yes. Every day of the week.
In a heartbeat, man. In a heartbeat.
That's everything.
Yeah. So me personally, I'm willing to. I also say yes to that. Like, I am open as long as we identify 3 key midfield positions: a starting right back, left back for squad depth. Got this goalkeeper with Leno, Ryan. Like, if that gets handled, if Leno stays and we get Ryan, I'm happy. If Leno decides to leave and we get Onana and Ryan as backup, I'm even more happy, because in that goalkeeper situation, because the way I see it, if we get rid of Leno, personally, I feel we need to get rid of Runnison as well, so we can promote Arthur, because Runnison, to me, he's just taking away English.
Wait. Let me ask you a question.
So if we bring in promote Arthur, and I'm sure you guys have seen the video of this Onana giving a post-match interview. This guy's attitude is levels above any of our keepers that we have currently, and he's the exact type and character that I feel that we need for someone like Arthur Akwanko to look up to. Like, for the next good 3 to 5 years, this guy can learn. Akwanko can.
What? Man said Onana's another Pickford. Are you crazy?
No.
It's people who don't watch him.
No, I'm not having that.
He's 6. First of all, he's 6'2.5". Pickford's what? 6 foot.
But with Tapsoba, don't get it wrong. He's a good defender.
He's an excellent defender. I don't want it to get lost. I don't want it to get lost. Yeah.
Good defender, but aerially is a problem, and we have Saliba. So 60 mil would just cause problems in the dressing room and mean that we can't buy everybody we need.
Here, I'm gonna do this really quick analogy.
I gotta show you guys. I gotta show you guys something silly. Okay, we have to talk about this just because it came up. Right. This made me think about this image right here. When this came up, if you guys can see what I just put in this is what I put in there. I was shocked when I seen this. Arsenal are leading the race to sign Man City's Raheem Sterling and Gabriel Jesus. Now, what the hell do you mean by that? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. What the hell are they talking about?
Sterling, I can see why we'd be linked to him. Jesus, I don't get it. But
bro,
guys, to be honest, I don't want either or both of them two. I feel we have much more issues from these two attacking players. Look, our area that we need to concentrate on is midfield. And I mean central. So that can be a DM, CM, two CMs, and an attacking midfield. I don't see a winger or a striker an issue at this current stage. As long as those key areas get addressed first, I'm not entertaining Sterling or Jesus.
Let me play devil's advocate for it because I think I'll do it. I don't like it, but I'll do it. So these two players point towards a 4-3-3 very clearly, right? So when you look at somebody like a Gabriel Jesus, he's got a lot of potential, but he's somebody that will fill in and pop in, while Sterling is very much an inside forward. And so I can see it if we're going from a 4-3-3, but look, lads, like this isn't it. Like you know, Aslan, sorry, that's your name. You're spot on, mate. That midfield is the way that we need to fix the holes in the squad. You can't go anywhere without an engine room, right? So, and we don't have one. So let's focus on that.
And we have Balogun and Martinelli.
Yeah, we have those profiles. It's not like we lack them.
And Jesus would be a waste of money, in my opinion. But Sterling, I can see the exact reason why, though.
Miguel, are we linked to any other strikers, or like is there?
No, this is
get by, or just the final one?
Let me explain what's happening. We were linked to Cancelo. We were linked to Cancelo. We were linked to Jesus. We were linked to Mahrez. We were linked to Raheem Sterling. And tomorrow, guys, we will be linked to
Silva.
Remember this video, Laporte. We will be linked to Laporte because today, let me finish. Today, Laporte was offered to Tottenham in a swap deal. Jesus and Laporte plus cash for Harry Kane.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Laporte is a baller. If you watch him in a lot of big games for City, he's bottled a lot of them. Like if you watched City versus
this man won both of them. Are you silly?
If it was City versus Spurs in the Champions League, he gave Son 2-3 goals. Laporte is overrated.
Miguel, you know what's happening right now with this Man City thing? It's the exact thing that everyone knows that Man City is going to go through a rebuild right now. That's very clear with what Pep is doing. And it's just lazy journalism to link with your understudy and say, yep, we're going to fire sale these lads. And you know what? Let's just link them to Arsenal to build up some steam. It's agent-led media, and it really is kind of poor, to be honest.
Okay, so everybody, question: Raheem Sterling, thumbs up or thumbs down? Corey.
Thumbs down.
Corey.
Thumbs down.
All right.
Yeah, thumbs down.
Azan, thumbs down or thumbs up?
Thumbs down, bro.
All right. We already see what my guy is doing.
You got to learn, man.
All right. Yo, CK, thumbs up or thumbs down?
Thumbs down.
George?
Down, mate.
You gotta go, man. You gotta go. People in the chat, what are you guys saying? People are saying thumbs down. Thumbs down.
Sterling's better than Jorginho.
Down. I would rather take Jorginho over Sterling. Down.
Nah, he's not serious. He's
down.
capping.
Hell no. Okay, guys. It's the last story of the day. The most ridiculous story of the day.
Oh,
a story that I did not think I would ever hear. It makes no sense on this whole earth. Why on earth would Arsenal? These people make up bullshit. But
yes.
Aston Villa have inquired that they and shown interest in Arsenal's youngster, Emile Smith Rowe. And Arsenal are not looking to entertain the conversation, but of course, Smith Rowe has yet to sign a contract extension.
Matter of time, mate.
Yet to
He'll sign
sign
it
a
very
It
soon.
happened yet.
no, it
Yeah,
has
He'll
not.
sign very
No.
soon. He'll come off. He'll sign very soon.
It has not happened yet, and the fact that it has not been official yet, they are linking him today to Aston Villa. And
That's
the
why
fact
it's
that they're
lazy.
linking him to Aston Villa, they are not only saying Aston Villa inquired about him, but they're saying Aston Villa are interested in purchasing him.
Of course they
when-
are, mate, because Grealish is
when
leaving.
when they get the money for Jack Grealish. So is this are they hinting at a swap deal? Are they just hinting that Aston Villa are interested in the player? Is there any legs to what's going on? I'm confused, guys. Explain.
No,
Not-
let's
not
put it
even
let's put it
bother.
really
It's not
simple.
makes
Like
sense.
Villa want, Emile, because it's very clear they're looking for a replacement for Grealish, and it makes tons of sense. But from our standpoint, look, Emile has even said he wants to be a one club man. Like there's quotes about this. This idea that we're waiting for a contract or he's stalling is just BS. I'm sure in the next week we're going to see Emile signing a long-term contract. And you know what? Look, in terms of the two players, I've already said my piece. There clear potential with Emile that, at the same age of 20 years old, when you look between the two, Emile is far ahead of Jack Grealish at 20 years old. So if you're looking at potential and what he could be in the crux of our team, you don't get rid of these players. It's really a dumb swap. You're literally gutting one area of the squad and replacing it with another gap. So you're not solving these two problems by doing this. So yeah, let's get somebody in left wing and leave Emile alone. Like there's no reason to sell him. It really makes no
He won't
sense
be
to me.
sold.
Yeah, and also people, do me a favor. Can you guys smash that like button? Because we're literally 20 likes away from getting to our target of 100 for today's video. Smash that like button and we can get there in 2 seconds. Now, I'm gonna read out some of the comments, right? They will sell Grealish and replace him with Emile Smith Rowe. That's that Villa brothers finished 15th for once, and what? And they can
They
sign.
think they can sign everyone. Yeah.
Okay, Emile Smith Rowe, Villa is fake news.
Of course.
Career progressive. You can't blame him. Okay, that's clearly a Chelsea fan. It's just building up more Grealish hype. Okay, Messi joining Arsenal.
It's a good move
sure.
from Grealish's agent, though.
Scotland are beating Holland. Okay, I can see that. This article is just BS. Okay, so a lot of people are saying that. What are you guys saying?
It's not even a conversation worth having, man. Because we know Smith Rowe is someone that they want to build a team around long term. He is signing that contract, so anyone that thinks any different is just football Twitter for you.
Mate, I've seen some ridiculous things on the timeline right now about Emile Smith Rowe. Lads, like this guy is going to be a world-class talent. I have no problem saying it here on the video, and I can repeat it for anybody. You can clip it.
Do you know where the article came from, guys? Just to let you know, the article came from the Birmingham Live.
No, so Igal, look, mate, you know what it is? I think
Good
Aston
agent.
Villa are 100% interested in him. That's not the fake part.
Yeah.
The fake part is the idea that Arsenal are even considering selling. I think Villa are very interested in Emile. I think they're actually going to test it and they're going to bid. That makes total sense to me. What makes no sense is this idea that Arsenal even entertain it. That's the thing. So Villa, it makes total sense. They're looking for a Jack Grealish replacement. Who is better on the market right now, even in the EPL, with proven talent over the course of the season than Emile at replacing Jack Grealish? Oh, wait, there's not a better profile that is playing in the EPL right now that emulates Grealish as close as Emile does. Simple. So I get it.
Yeah, my brother. If you're late to the video, Onana thing is not done. We're still waiting on an official word on what's going on with the suspension. Once that's figured out and that hurdle is passed, then it will be quite simple for the deal to be completed. Unless Ajax out of nowhere say they're going to increase the value of the player to over 27 million out of nowhere. That's the only way.
Big up Mert in the chat as well. That's another Turkish brother there. So
Yeah, my guy.
big up Mert.
Natisha saying swapping Emile Smith Rowe makes no sense. Would just say fuck off Villa and go back to the championship. I agree. They can go fuck off, because if they do go to the championship, we have to go raid their whole club. They got 2 midfielders that walk into our team, and Jack
I like
Grealish.
Mikel.
and McGinn, and Douglas Luiz is no mug either. He's really good too. So
I love Ollie Watkins too, mate. Like, he's an Arsenal fan too, and I knew from the championship that he would blow up. He would kill it here. And you know what? As like, I think Ollie Watkins would be amazing. But you know
who
what?
let me down? Ben Rama. Ben Rama let me down.
You know why? I knew that. Okay, the reason is he's not fast.
That's only one example.
He would really struggle with the transition, and he has. If you notice, he can't really beat the physical defenders wide, and he's great in the championship because he's got space. So when you really look at these players, you really got to make sure not only are they quick in short spaces, but can they carry this over 15 yards? And that was the case with Ben Rama. So when you're looking at your wingers, guys, make sure that they're really good over 5 yards, but also 15. That's the key difference.
So we got a new thing now. What we do at the end of every transfer video, we go quickly recap everything, guys. So the players that we spoke about today, we spoke about Onana, we spoke about the Turkish players. We spoke about what's his name? Baku.
That's what I hear that.
We spoke about Baku.
Bad joke.
Oh,
We
I get
spoke
what
about
you're.
Sterling,
Rihanna.
Max Jesus. We spoke about Odegaard, but we haven't spoken about any of the Arsenal players because there's not really any news on anybody besides Leno leaving the club. Mateo, we already know about his situation. Xhaka, we already know about his situation. And Emile Smith Rowe stuff we think is fake news. But this is now story time, right? Guys, tell me, what is the best performance you've ever seen of a footballer? Because for me,
Ever.
what?
Like ever? Like history?
Ever, yeah. Because I'm going to tell you guys my story. And as I tell you guys my story, I want to hear your story, right? My personal, the best performance I've ever seen of a footballer has to be Zinedine Zidane. Zinedine Zidane, what he did in that 98 World Cup, the man was absolutely a man possessed. And I've rewatched the World Cup recently too. And I remember it when I was a kid I had a little 98 France shirt when I was a kid, everything. I was kicking it. My dad was trying to tell me to support Brazil. I said, no, I don't like the same teams that you like. I supported France. And I did what Laurie's kid did to support a different team. Right? But yeah.
Why are you airing me out like that, man?
I'm sorry, bro. My dad literally, he would pick the Steelers. I would go ahead and pick the Patriots. He would pick I would pick the Seahawks. He would pick somebody else. Every single time Super Bowl, we root against each other. Every single time football, we root against each other. And when I seen France 98, when I seen France 98, that got me into Arsenal. That got me into watching football. That's the reason why I watch Arsenal today. Is because of that France 98 team and seeing those characters, everybody together. And when I came back to watching actual Premier League football, that's how I got into Arsenal, because I'm like, I recognize Vieira from the France 98, and I'm like, boom, everything worked together that way. And the biggest performance and the biggest impact on my life was that 98 World Cup and seeing Zinedine Zidane dominate everybody.
That was a 3-0 scoreline, right, Igo? Zidane 2 goals and Petit 1 goal, right?
Man,
World Cup 98 final.
Yeah, correct, mate.
Absolutely destroyed everybody, bro. That World Cup. Nuts.
Zidane scored from 2 corners, didn't he?
I don't know. Zidane didn't get 2. It was what?
Yeah, I swear you got 2 goals and Petit got 1.
I know it was 3-0. I don't remember the goal.
I'm mixing up with the other game. But Zidane.
I remember Zidane's. I can't remember if it was his first one or second one, but there were 2 corners, and one of them he got at the end of it with his head. And he nutmegged Roberto Carlos, who was on the line.
Bro, you know how much it hurt me when he got sent off after he headbutted the Italian guy? I'm like, I was so pissed.
What's his name?
Because he could have had 2 World Cups.
That's 06.
Was
he
it
could have had 2
Maserati?
World Cups in 06.
Yeah, it was Maserati. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a different World Cup. Yeah.
He could have had 2 World Cups.
Yeah, 100%.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, I think I got mine.
That's my biggest performance. That 98 World Cup, Zidane in the final, scoring the 2 goals, doing what he did, absolute mesmerizing. But what about you guys? I'll go with you, Saliba season.
Yeah, so I think for me, it's got to be Henry, Liverpool, when he came back and did a hat trick in the, I think it was in the Invincible season when we were down. And it was just after, if you look at that time when we had really struggled in Europe and, we were coming back and everyone was like, will it happen again? Will we collapse again? Because the year before we did. And man, I've never seen somebody put the team on his back like that. And score a hat trick it's crazy against Liverpool. That run, it's famous. You know what I mean? Who takes the ball from their own third and runs through the entire team and just slots it in like that? It's just against, a rival. You know what I mean? Like it's too much. And look, I'm 25, right, lads? So for me, the Invincibles was prime watching age, unfortunately, or fortunately. And yeah, mate, he just made me fall in love with football, that whole Invincible team. But I think that performance, I've never seen that from somebody. If you're looking for Henry, it's between that and the Bernabeu performance for me.
Yeah.
And I just put the Liverpool more because it showed everything, about who he was. And like, coming back after really doing poorly in Europe, it's like, yeah, the pressure to do that, and you're looking for your star man. And I think even Wenger said, if you watch the Invincible documentary, Thierry just took over. He said, nah, I'm not having that. And yeah, that whole performance is crazy. It's just, he went supernova. And yeah, mate, like I fell in love with Henry, and that's really Arsenal.
Well?
So.
Inter Milan slept on as well, man. That performance at Inter Milan.
Mad.
Oh, that hat trick.
Yeah, Laurie, come on camera, bro.
Another good shout.
I'm just doing something at the moment.
All right, no problem.
Yeah.
CK, what's yours?
For me, it's Zidane, but 06 semi-final against Brazil when he got the assist for Henry, and he was like 34 at the time. I watched that game a lot recently, even again. Zidane was everything with that many players on the pitch, with Ronaldinho, R9, Roberto Carlos, Dida, there was Ribéry, Henry, and Zidane was levels ahead of everybody on the pitch. So for me, Zidane 06, but I think Arshavin Liverpool is up there. Arshavin Liverpool is definitely up there.
Oh, what away, 4 goals.
Yeah. I still remember that. Yeah. That was sick. But yeah, someone's gonna clip that now. I'm screwed. But yeah, Azan, what's yours?
Don't worry, when you score against Chelsea next season.
No, I have to say, guys, all of your options or stories that you've shared, all great moments.
Well, what's yours?
Yeah.
For me, look, I will go with another Zidane one, and that's when he scored that left-footed volley against Leverkusen in the Champions League final. Because like growing up, Zidane was like one of my favorite players. Like he was my top 3. So yeah, when I saw him score that goal, I was just amazed. Yeah, it was just a beautiful goal. The guy is just so elegant. The guy's got a touch of a pillow. Like he's got a cushion touch, man. Like seriously, like a football could. Yeah, he's got a pillow touch, cushion touch, man. Like the ball can fall from from an airplane, and it can just literally stick to his foot like glue. That's how much of a mad control.
Amazing. You made me cry. Oh my god.
God. So Zidane for me, in that final, that was a moment for sure.
All right, Laurie, what's yours?
I'm not sure if any of you lot, other than Aslan, may be old enough to remember, but the Kanu hat trick against Chelsea, man. Jesus Christ. Because you have to go back and look at that. The shit house, it was shithousery and brilliance combined, man. Trust me. You don't need to check it out if you haven't seen it. And it's not because Chelsea won the Champions League. That hat trick just literally, boy. As I said,
Kanu was special too, mate. Like people underrate him.
1999, bro. Martin Tyler was the commentator.
Martin Tyler, that guy's lived a long life.
Kanu used to just get you off your seats, man. Like he was very underrated. But the reason
Giggs versus Arsenal, El Neni versus Barcelona. Take us away,
Can I give honorable
Corey.
mention after?
Corey,
Mine
what's yours?
actually is Arshavin, Liverpool way, the 4 goals. Yeah, the 4. I love that. It's just because it's Arshavin as well.
Yeah. All right, guys. Big up everybody watching. Thank you, everybody. I hope you guys can get us over the 100 likes. We only need 4 more. Smash that like button, people. Get us over that 100 likes. And you know what? Big up to everybody who joined us. Saliba Seasons, CK, Azan, Lori, my guy Corey just came in. Everyone in the chat. Big up Tim, Natish, Cams, Gunner Express, all you guys in the chat. Everybody. I see Kelly right now. I see all you guys doing your thing. Big up all you guys. And you know, we'll be back tomorrow at 7 o'clock. If anything, have yourselves a wonderful day. I'm out of here. You already know what it is. And yo, don't forget, if we can get him, it's going to be a oh, nah.